Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Tato, back again with recipes that make you wanna cook. On today's video, we are making steamed bread in the oven. Just give me a chance and I'll show you how. So let's get started, guys, and as usual I will leave all the ingredients in the description box down below. For this, we're gonna need 2 cups of warm milk, not hot, not cold, but warm to the touch. Then to that I'm gonna add 1 packet of yeast, and then I'm adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm gonna mix that and then I'm gonna put it aside to ferment, to let the yeast ferment for about 3 to 5 minutes maximum, not longer than that, because then the yeast will start bubbling and then it will taste sour. In Sesotho, this is called tomoso. I don't know in other languages, let me know in the comment section down below. So I'm gonna take my bigger bowl and my sieve. Now this is optional. I like to sieve my flour. It gives it a cotton fluffy texture to the bread. This is optional, but try it and I absolutely love it. I'm gonna sieve 6 cups of flour. And then I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Now you can reduce the amount of sugar to your liking. I added 2 teaspoons of salt and then I'm gonna mix that together. You can adjust the amount of sugar that you want. This recipe, the sugar, you can taste the sugar. It's not overly sweet, but there's that bit of sugar taste that's coming through. Then I'm gonna take my yeast mixture and then I'm gonna pour it in there. Please don't let your mixture bubble over time, guys. Your dough will just smell and taste sour. So just for color and a little bit of that parsley hint taste, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of parsley. To this you can add any vegetables you want. You can add robot peppers, you can add carrots, you can add a lot of vegetables that you like. You can add sweet corn. I'm keeping it simple and just a little bit of color. A tablespoon of parsley should do it. Now this is 85 mils more of water. Now I added the rest of the water into my flour. Remember, it's 85 mils. I didn't want my flour to be too wet to handle because I'm still gonna add butter into this and it'll still be even softer. So 2 cups of milk and 85 mils of water, the dough will be pliable. I'm gonna knead this just for it to come together, and then I'm gonna let it rest on the counter for 5 minutes. I don't know, but it just does something to the flour, let it rest. I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna come back after 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, I'm gonna set my timer and knead my dough for 6 minutes straight. I'm gonna knead my dough to develop the gluten, to incorporate that, whatever that needs to be incorporated. I'm gonna knead it for 6 minutes, and after 6 minutes, I'll add my butter. Now, after 6 minutes of kneading, this is how my dough looks. You can see that my bowl is almost becoming clean. Then I'm gonna add my soft butter. This is 125 grams of butter. Now, this step is also optional, but it's so nice, guys. Like, it gives it that velvety, buttery, fluffy, rich flavor. I'm gonna press my butter into the dough. Then I'm gonna start folding the dough inwards to incorporate that butter well. Now continue mixing and kneading. I know the dough will seem like it's falling apart, but don't worry. Just keep kneading until it comes together. It'll be all right. It'll look like it's tearing apart, it's not working, but trust me, at the end, just keep kneading and it'll come together. Now, as you can see, after a while of mixing and kneading, the dough is finally coming together. Now we're gonna knead for like 4 to 6 minutes, just until the dough comes together, until the bowl is squeaky clean. Then you know your dough is super ready. This dough is so soft, guys. It's so soft. It's very palatable. It's very satisfying. Now, after kneading my dough, what I did is that I put my microwave on for 1 minute. I didn't put anything in. I just wanted the heat to circulate and be warm. Then I put my bowl in it. In 20 to 30 minutes, your dough will be fine. I think it's a quicker, more faster way to do it than putting it in a warm area or putting it in the counter. It was faster. And then after about 20 minutes, I took my muffin tin, I greased it with some margarine. You can use butter or oil if you have. And then I'm just gonna portion out my dough into small little balls that can fit into the muffin tin. Now, there's no particular technique to do this. As you can see, at first I struggled, and then I just found my rhythm as I went. And yeah, I just tried to make them as even as possible so that they come out beautiful and uniform. Okay, so this is how they look on the muffin tin. Now do notice that I had like a deep pan that I put my muffin tray in it. So if you also have that deep pan and your muffin tin can fit, just do that. That will act as our bain-marie. After I portioned out my dough, I let them sit on the counter covered with a kitchen towel to just rise for about 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna take my hot water I just put with the kettle. I'm gonna pour inside the pan. Now this is gonna create sort of a bain-marie effect, right? I'm gonna pour the water in there, not to fill, but so that the water cannot dry out while in the oven and the steam can circulate through, and the bottom of that muffin pan is touching that warm water. I'm gonna create that bain-marie effect using my aluminum foil. Now the way I'm gonna cover this is that I'm gonna create sort of a dome. Like, I don't want my foil to be touching or to be tight, right? We want to, because the dough is gonna rise in the oven, we want it to give it space to rise. We don't want them to touch the foil, because then they're gonna start going brown. You'll see some of them did touch, some of them didn't, but it doesn't really matter because they're gonna come out as beautiful. Make sure that you don't really tighten the foil. You want it to be sort of a dome like on top, so that it gives the dough room to expand and to steam beautifully. Now I got this idea on Instagram where I saw that this woman was steaming her bread using like those chefing dishes, and she had her muffin tray inside with hot water, and she closed with the lid. And I thought, wow, that's beautiful. Because I didn't have that, I thought, okay, I can do that in the oven. I found that this is easier because I don't have to use I don't have bigger pots like back home where you have bigger pots where you can put like the ceramic big dishes to cook your steam bread. And I don't want to I used to use a lot of ramekins or mugs to do my steam bread. That's a lot of work for me personally. I think this is easier, way easier. You put it in the oven 45 minutes, 180 degrees Celsius, and you forget about it. You come back, you check it, and they're done, guys. I was so satisfied when this works. Oh my gosh, you don't understand. This is a breakthrough for me. I'm gonna do my steam bread like this all the time from now. No more ramekins, 200 ramekins that I have to wash. Nothing. Guys, and if you're still watching at this time, please do subscribe, show your love, like the video, guys. Please like. I'm gonna wait for you to like. Okay, now that you've seen it worked, please like the video, comment down below if you're gonna try the recipe. And yeah, guys, they came out so beautiful. As you can see, like I said, if the foil will touch them, they will kind of go brown because they are kind of frying or something, I don't know. But you can see those middle ones that they didn't touch the foil, and they came out so beautiful, guys. I was so satisfied. I was so happy with this result, and they are so soft, cotton soft, I tell you. Look at that, guys. Like, I don't know how satisfying this can be, but I was so happy. They are so soft, like soft, cotton soft. The inside is like, oh lord, paper towel. I don't know what they call this test, paper towel test. And there you go, guys. Comment down below if you're gonna try the recipe, and I'll see you on the next one.